to demonstrate importing test records through TOPS Pro Enterprise. This is the second method for adding test records. So we will return to Enterprise. There are two sources for importing information coming from an external source, from a third-party system, or populating an import template. There's only one way to import this information. From the Tools menu, click Third Party Import. The wizard opens to guide you through the importing process with information displayed on each screen. We'll click Next and Next again. TE allows several types of imported records to populate and update information in your online database. To import test records, select Test Records from a third-party system and click Next. The most common file type for importing records is a comma-separated values file, or CSV. Click Browse to locate the saved import file. Select the saved import file, one that was either exported from a third party or manually populated on an import template. So in this case, we will click Test Records 6050 Import. The file selected now displays in the file name field. Click Next. The wizard is now ready to process the import data from the specified file. Click Next. The message you want to see is that the import file was read successfully. This message would also indicate if any record failed import. Click Next. The next screen gives you the opportunity to correct any record that failed import. Highlighted records indicate errors. Click a highlighted record. Now, in this case, or in this instance, clicking these records, notice each record then turns white. So essentially there are no errors, but if there were errors in any of these records, there would be a magenta color highlight with a corresponding error below the list of records down here. So clicking either one of them, notice that there are no errors. However, if there are errors listed, click Edit Records, apply any necessary updates to this data correction edit window, and save the record. Repeat for any record displayed that has an error. Click Next to import the records. The wizard will attempt to import records, so click Next again. And when you see the entire data set successfully imported, there we go. Then go ahead and click Finish. Now, to verify imported test records, go to the Student Demographics list, and rather than double-click to open the demographics record in a separate tab to display child records, such as the one for May student, and clicking Test to see the test for May student, I would like to demonstrate a feature available in lists of records containing child records to enhance the screen and simultaneously display child records. So returning to the demographics list, which is a parent, lists the parent records. And of course, any of these records here are child records. So from the demographics lister, at far right, click More, select Miscellaneous, and click Child Lister. From the Child Lister at the left, click Tests. This splits the screen into a new horizontal page group. I'll go ahead and move this up. The top page displays the parent record, and the bottom page simultaneously displays the child record selected from the child lister at left. Notice May's test record displays in the bottom page. In the top page, or List of Parent Records, click the filter icon in the Student ID column and enter an ID for an imported record. This is the ID for Sample Sam. Sample Sam's parent record or demographics record displays at the top, and the imported file for his test displays in the page below. We also imported one other student called Susie's student. Now there are possible options here. So since we have Susie's student highlighted, then the test that we imported automatically displays in the child or the child lister directly below.